Sigmas, have you ever noticed how some guys act like completely different people when they're around women? They put on a show, exaggerate their stories, and sometimes even lose their identity just to impress. But a Sigma? Nah, we don't play that game. What if I told you that the very things Sigma males don't do around women are exactly what make them so mysterious and attractive? Picture a room full of guys competing for a woman's attention, loud laughs, exaggerated confidence, flashy displays. And then there's the Sigma male. Silent, composed, observing. He isn't playing the game because he is the game. A Sigma male's strength doesn't come from chasing or seeking approval. It comes from being unapologetically himself. In today's video, we're breaking down exactly what Sigma males don't do when they're with women, and why this makes them stand out. From avoiding emotional neediness to rejecting social validation, these are the habits that set them apart. As Carl Jung once said, the privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are. And Sigmas, they embody this every single day. Let's get into it. Number 1, they don't seek validation. Most men seek validation from women to boost their confidence. Compliments, reassurance, and a sense of being wanted fuel their self-worth. This behavior stems from an innate human desire for acceptance. Social approval triggers dopamine, the brain's feel-good chemical. However, Sigma males operate differently. Their confidence isn't built on external praise, but on self-mastery, competence, and a strong sense of identity. They don't need others to tell them they're valuable. This mindset is powerful. When someone doesn't seek validation, it disrupts the usual social dynamic. People become intrigued, even unsettled. Women, in particular, may wonder, why isn't he seeking my approval? This curiosity creates a magnetic pull. It's simple psychology. What is scarce becomes valuable. Unlike men who chase compliments, Sigma males stand apart, effortlessly drawing people toward them. By being their own hypermen, Sigmas flip the script. Instead of chasing validation, they become the validation. This unshakable self-assurance makes them appear more attractive, mysterious, and, most importantly, untouchable by social pressures. And that, more than any compliment. Number 2, they don't overcompensate. Ever noticed how some guys feel the need to flaunt their wealth, status, or connections? They talk about their luxury car, their high-paying job, or the VIPs they know, almost as if they're trying to convince the world and themselves of their worth. This is classic overcompensation, a psychological phenomenon where people exaggerate certain traits to mask insecurities. Sigmas, on the other hand, operate on an entirely different frequency. They don't flex. They don't have to. Their confidence isn't built on external validation, but on self-assurance and competence. When a Sigma walks into a room, people feel their presence, not because they're loud or boastful, but because they exude quiet strength, independence, and research in psychology suggests that true confidence is often silent. People who are genuinely competent don't need to broadcast it. Their actions, demeanor, and achievements speak for themselves. This is why Sigmas naturally command respect without trying. I don't need to prove anything. You'll figure it out on your own. And the best part? They know that real power isn't in talking about it. It's in living it. Number 3, they don't put women on a pedestal. Sigma males have a unique approach to relationships, one that is rooted in mutual respect rather than blind adoration. While many men are conditioned to place women on a pedestal, showering them with constant praise and validation, Sigmas take a different route. They see women as equals, not as superior beings to be impressed or worshipped. This mindset is not about arrogance or indifference. Rather, it's about authenticity. Psychologists suggest that excessive idolization in relationships can create an unhealthy dynamic, leading to unrealistic expectations and imbalanced power structures. Sigmas avoid this trap by maintaining self-respect and setting clear boundaries. They understand that true connection comes from mutual appreciation, not from one person constantly trying to prove their worth. This approach also makes Sigmas naturally attractive by treating women as equals rather than as deities. They foster real, grounded interactions. Women, in turn, appreciate this genuine confidence, It sets them apart from the crowd. Studies in attraction psychology confirm that people are more drawn to those who are self-assured and don't seek external validation. In the end, the Sigma male's balanced perspective allows for deeper, more meaningful relationships. Ones built on respect, honesty, and real connection, rather than performance or pedestal placing. Number 4. They don't change who they are to impress. A Sigma male's authenticity is his greatest strength. Unlike many men who might adjust their personalities to impress a woman, a Sigma remains steadfast in who he is. He won't fake a laugh at an unfunny joke just to win favor, nor will he suddenly claim to love yoga or art just because she does. His interests, values, and beliefs are not up for negotiation, and that unwavering confidence is what sets him. Psychologically, authenticity signals self-assurance, which is one of the most attractive traits a man can possess. Studies suggest that people are naturally drawn to those who are genuine because it fosters trust and emotional security. When a Sigma male expresses himself without fear of rejection, it sends a powerful message. He is complete on his own. This attitude creates an air of mystery and challenge. Many women are used to men who go out of their way to please them, but a Sigma's indifference to external validation makes him stand out. He doesn't need approval, and paradoxically, that makes him even more desirable. Women are intrigued by the man who doesn't chase. And for a Sigma, it's not a strategy. It's simply who he is. Number 5. They don't chase. They attract. Chasing signals desperation, and Sigma males know this better than anyone. Desperation lowers your value because it signals a lack of self-sufficiency and confidence, two qualities that repel rather than attract. Instead of playing the exhausting pursuit game, Sigma males embrace a mindset of abundance. They understand that when you are truly content and whole, people naturally gravitate toward you. Psychologically, this is linked to the concept of a scarcity versus abundance mindset. People are drawn to those who don't seek validation but instead exude self-assurance and purpose. Sigma males focus on self-improvement, goals, and personal fulfillment, making them naturally attractive without effort. Studies in social psychology confirm that people value what appears rare and hard to attain, which is why Sigma males' indifference can be so magnetic. Think about it. Who's more intriguing, the person constantly chasing or the one who seems complete on their own? The latter commands respect and interest. That's why Sigma males let attraction happen organically, understanding that confidence and independence are far more powerful than chasing. By investing in their own growth, they become the prize, effortlessly drawing others in without ever needing to seek approval. Number 6. They don't get emotionally manipulated. Some women use emotional tactics to control the situation. Silent treatment to make a man chase, guilt trips to make him feel responsible, and playing hard to get to boost their own value. These strategies work on most men but not Sigma males. Sigma males are independent thinkers with a strong sense of self-worth. When a woman gives them the silent treatment, they don't panic or beg for attention. Instead, they take it as a sign of immaturity and move on with their lives. Guilt trips, a Sigma sees right through them. He knows when someone is trying to manipulate his emotions rather than communicate honestly, playing hard to get. Sigmas don't play games. They value authenticity. If a woman is genuinely interested, she won't need tricks to get his attention. Psychologists suggest that manipulation thrives on emotional dependency, but Sigma males are emotionally self-sufficient. They don't need validation, making them immune to these tactics. If a woman tries to manipulate them, they'll either address it directly or walk away without a second thought. Sigmas respect honesty and real connection. Anything less is a waste of their time. Number 7. They don't overshare. A Sigma male is like a well-written novel. You get glimpses of the plot, but the full story remains a mystery. Unlike social butterflies who readily share their life stories with strangers, a Sigma values privacy and control over his personal narrative. He understands that trust is earned, not given freely, and revealing too much too soon can make him vulnerable to manipulation or judgment. Psychologically, mystery creates intrigue. Studies on human attraction suggest that people are drawn to those who are unpredictable because it activates curiosity and emotional investment. A Sigma leverages this by sharing just enough to keep conversations engaging, but never enough to become fully transparent. This makes interactions with him feel more like peeling back layers rather than flipping through an open book. This doesn't mean he's antisocial or secretive for no reason. Rather, he strategically decides what to share and with whom. By keeping a sense of mystery, he maintains the upper hand in social dynamics and avoids being easily categorized or manipulated. People may think they know him, but in reality, they only know what he allows them to see. This enigmatic nature is what makes him so intriguing and unforgettable. Number 8. They don't apologize for their standards. Sigma males operate with a clear sense of purpose and self-respect. Unlike men who compromise their values for companionship, Sigmas know exactly what they stand for and refuse to settle for anything less. This isn't about arrogance. It's about integrity. They have spent years cultivating their independence, mastering their emotions, and setting personal standards. When a woman doesn't align with their vision or tries to manipulate them into conforming, they don't waste time debating. They simply walk away. This decisiveness stems from their ability to detach emotionally when necessary. Studies on self-respect and personal boundaries suggest that individuals who prioritize their values experience higher levels of life satisfaction. Sigmas embody this by making rational rather than emotionally driven decisions in relationships. If a woman is controlling, disloyal, or doesn't support his goals, a Sigma won't hesitate to remove himself from the equation. This trait is why Sigmas are so attractive. They don't chase, they attract. Their unshakable confidence and unwillingness to compromise make them rare in a world where many people settle for less than they deserve. By staying true to themselves, they ensure that any relationship they enter is one of mutual respect and shared purpose. Number 9. They don't engage in drama. A Sigma male values his peace above all else. Unlike those who seek validation through drama or social battles, he sees no benefit in engaging in gossip, petty arguments, or emotional chaos. His mindset is simple. If a situation threatens his inner calm, he leaves without hesitation. Psychologically, this trait aligns with high emotional intelligence and a low tolerance for toxicity. Studies suggest that individuals who avoid unnecessary conflict tend to have better mental health and greater life satisfaction. A Sigma male embodies this principle by setting firm boundaries. If a woman thrives on drama, whether through constant conflict, manipulation, or gossip, he doesn't waste time trying to fix or endure it. Instead, he chooses the path of least resistance, walking away. This doesn't mean he lacks emotional depth or avoids tough conversations. On the contrary, he values meaningful discussions and respects honesty. However, he refuses to engage in cycles of negativity. His independence allows him to detach from toxic environments without feeling the need to explain himself. Dense women who rely on chaos to maintain relationships often find Sigmas frustratingly unresponsive. They expect reactions, yet he gives none. He doesn't engage in mind games. He prioritizes his goals, growth, and peace of mind. In a world where many thrive on drama, a Sigma male stands apart. Cool, composed, and utterly uninterested in unnecessary conflict. His silence is his power, and his ability to walk away is his greatest strength. Number 10. They don't make women their whole world. Most men, when they enter relationships, tend to merge their identity with their partners. They shift priorities, compromise on dreams, and sometimes even lose sight of who they once were. But a Sigma male, he's built differently. For a Sigma, his individuality isn't negotiable. It's the foundation of who he is. He doesn't enter relationships out of loneliness or a need for validation. Instead, he chooses to be with someone who complements his life, not consumes it. His goals, passions, and self-improvement remain front and center. While others may compromise their ambitions to keep a relationship afloat, a Sigma ensures his path remains clear. This doesn't mean he's cold or incapable of love. Far from it. He can be deeply loyal, protective, and caring. However, he refuses to make a woman his sole purpose for existence. He understands that true fulfillment comes from within, not from external validation. Psychologically, this aligns with what experts call secure attachment. Unlike men who become overly dependent or emotionally enmeshed, Sigmas maintain a strong sense of self. Studies show that men who prioritize personal growth in relationships tend to experience greater satisfaction and long-term stability. Why? Because they bring a whole, fulfilled self into the relationship rather than looking for someone to complete. A woman in a Sigma's life adds to his world, but she is not the center of it. And ironically, this level of independence makes him even more attractive. Women respect a man who has his own mission, his own drive, because they know he's with them by choice, not necessity. Emmas, remember this. The power isn't in what you do, it's in what you don't do. By refusing to conform, overcompensate, or chase, you naturally stand out. So, if you resonated with this, hit that like button and subscribe to join this community of high-value thinkers. Let's keep elevating. Having said this,